Welcome to the John Doe Radio Show today, a lovely January 9th. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. It is a Monday. That means we're going to be getting into the intricacies of what it is to run a dispensary, what it takes to run a grow, and do all that. Talking with the good people from Compassionate Pain Management here in Littleton and Louisville. How are you guys doing? Or Lakewood in Louisville. Sorry about that. Don't everybody speak up at once there.
Yeah.
So, well,
we have with us, in studio with us, we'll start with who we got over here.
Patrick.
We got Patrick.
Jimmy.
Jimmy's the new guy.
And Roper.
And Roper over here. So Roper and Patrick are our good buddies that we've seen here for the past a couple weeks. Well, I think we missed last week.
The last 2 weeks we've been gone.
Yeah, so you guys have been the norms. And then we got the new guy in here, so we'll pick on him maybe in a little while, figure out what his job is and all that other stuff. Dear God, don't start that, please. Please don't start that. So, thank you guys for hanging out with us on the John Doe Radio Show. As always, you guys hugely appreciate your support. Huge support of Compassionate Pain Management, CPM.
Well, thank you for having us.
Basically, if you see that sign CPM, 2 locations, Lakewood, 1585 Quail Street, number 13B, and in Louisville at 1116-7 West Dillon Road on the southwest corner of West Dillon and McCaslin. Call them in Louisville, 303-665-5596. Who are you going to get there if you call Louisville? Do any of you guys know?
Oh, in Louisville?
Yeah.
Who's going to be up in there today? Oh, shoot.
It's quite all right because, I mean, you guys are the warehouse guys.
We got different schedules.
Yeah.
We have our thing.
Yeah, we're at the, off-site in the grow. Now, I'm the only one here that actually worked in the dispensary and have worked directly with patients. But these two guys, they're all about the plants. That's what we do over there.
Yeah, cool. Do anybody know who answers over at the Lakewood? 303-232-3620.
It's probably going to be Shandarin.
Shandarin.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You've had her on the show?
I've had her on the show. She's been cool. I've met her actually when we went to go visit and actually have business done. So she's quite personable, and that's one of the best things. The number one thing with me is I don't care if you have good meds or you have bad meds. If you have bad meds, all right, fine, I'll check it out. Maybe, whatever. But if you have really bad service, man, that's where I'm really going to have a problem. So that's my biggest pet peeve in almost anything is if you just have crappy service. So thank goodness that you guys have fantastic service with the people that you work with. So
well, that's it. It boils down to two things. There's the two sides. For us, it's all about the plants. The plants come first, and with the people in the
of course for the
wellness
growers.
centers, it's all about the people, the patients. They come first.
Of course, for the growers, the plants come first. Their dang old plant got us. What's wrong with this plant? It's got a spot on it somewhere.
Well, the product's not good. We're the ones that look bad.
Stupid goddamn plant. Yeah, if the product's not good, the customer's not happy, right?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, it's
right.
The figures always get pointed. It rolls downhill.
And we're at the bottom.
We're at the bottom.
We're at the bottom.
Really?
Sometimes true. Yeah, that is. I guess with your guys' setup, it is that way. So, no, but so you guys work 24/7, right?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Well, you do understand that the operation does continue to run 24/7 at the grow. Everything is always going. We have to have somebody there, literally 7 days a week. This is not, a basement grow that you're able to walk away from for a week at a time and not worry about it. This is something that you have to have hands-on, with when you're talking about the different stages and the steps, because we have to have a perpetual harvest. The stores always have to have product for the patients. This is where, it's very important for us to make sure that how we refer to it there is kind of the train. And the train's got to roll forward every week. The box cars have to move forward every step and stage and cycle that, and completely through the life of the plant. you know, from the maintenance of the mothers and starting new strains all the way down to the harvesting and having to know, you know, like we're saying, different numbers, you know, nutrients for different plants and different flowering times and this and that, and having it all timed that you're able to keep a flow of product to the stores so that the patients can come be taken care of. It can be quite daunting at times, but as you can see, you got 3 guys here who that's how many it takes for CPM to keep the show rolling.
Yeah, and it takes people that know exactly what they're doing. You can't just come in there and just...
It does, and I want to throw out there that, you know, with Jimmy, you know, he's a new guy, newest guy addition to the company and to our team there in the warehouse, and I'm really, really happy to have him. He brings a lot to the table, and it's just the kind of experience of what we needed of when you think of the way that the operations that we're at the level of what we're doing now. You know, it's a little scary sometimes when we talk about with the feds and how they can come in and take us down in a time because, you know, we're dealing with stuff at the levels now where it's like, I don't think I'd ever see daylight again if the feds came in and hit me for what we have, you know.
Through the threats and through what it would be on paper and stuff. Luckily that, you know, our people like friends like Chris Barkowitz who, you know, wasn't really doing a dispensary, but he had his home grow. He's got the 5-year, you know, and the Mark Emery has 5 years.
Yep.
Hopefully that we wouldn't see anything worse than that. But, but you on paper, I mean, just like in my situation, you face like, God, 60, 40 months.
Well, that's the thing. It's the level of you understand
I'm gonna get raped.
Well, the level of involvement, you know, of like we're saying, it's integrated. It's like, you know, it's conspiracy, it's distribution, it's manufacturing. It's that, you know, there's all the list of, you know, of charges that would come along with it. So it's you know, it's interesting doing that, but having. Like I'm saying, Jimmy's experience coming in where he comes from Florida when he was down there working with greenhouses and we're talking acres and acres and stuff of plants. So it brings a lot to the table when it comes to being able to get the big picture together of what everything needs to be done on a grand scale. He gets it. Like he's coming in and he understands it. He's been through it for years. So
that's good. It's good that he's been through it for a year. Has he actually? Now where's I guess we could get into now his growing past, or we could do some commercials and then get into his growing past and stuff. But so things still working well with you guys at the shop. Everything going well. What kind of new strains have been
rolling through?
Well, what the hell am I thinking of? Harvested and sent to the front office.
Well, we mentioned to you a couple of times ago that we were on the show about that new strain, the UBC Chemo.
Oh, the UBC.
Yeah, we had our first test strain go through on that and make it to the store, and we went to the store to check on it because it's the process. Once we take the plant and send it up to the trimmers, I don't see it again. It's gone, and when it's after it's been trimmed and dried and cured and it goes to the store, I mean, I can go in and check it, try and find it, but you know, it's so difficult logistically trying to get in and find specifically one plant that I'm looking for once it leaves my hands from the back of the house. So we have to go to the store and kind of see the final product on the shelf. That stuff was gone. There was dust. There was, when we showed up, there was some powder left in the jar.
Yep.
You know,
Someone was licking the jar.
Someone was licking
the jar.
There's always that guy, me, that's sitting in there, and he's got his finger there, and he's like, all right, here we go, and then it's either there's enough to like put into the bowl, or you're just like, oh, that tastes so good.
Waste not, want not.
Yeah. Anyway,
so that's one that we're really proud of that we're able to bring up through, and we got a few other Roper. What's some of the other ones that we have got that came through now?
Oh shucks. Well, I did find a female, the Pure from Flying Dutchman, which is the original skunk #1. We got some ISS crossed with BC skunk, I think. The Flav from TGA. Kaboom, also from TGA.
Boom.
Yeah. That was actually a triplet when it actually came out of the seed.
Oh, yeah.
3 little plants came up out of the
right.
seed. It was a trip. The shorter ones,
literally,
died
You
off,
wouldn't believe some of the genetic anomalies that we've seen working with these plants.
I bet. No, I believe it because I've seen some crazy stuff too. I actually saw it for the first time. You know that picture that everybody's seen on the internet with the bud that grows, bud that's growing out of the leaflet.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that picture. It's a pretty popular picture where people are like, it's a fake picture, you know, and it just looks like a leaf on top of a bud. Anyway, go look it up. It's leaf growing out of bud. Anyway, I've even seen that. So
wow,
it's crazy the things that you could see. All right, so make sure you check these guys out in Lakewood, in Louisville. In Louisville, 303-665-5596, or in Lakewood, 303-232-3620. Great people, great guys. You guys have some fantastic product. We're going to hopefully, I had talked with Sean about getting some people in and maybe getting you guys some of our good buddies, and we'll see maybe where that leads into some goodness and some good times. So big thanks to you guys for being here and hanging out with us.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, sure.
By the way, who are we talking to again?
Roper.
Jimmy.
And Patrick.
See, we introduced a new guy, Jimmy, and I just can get completely thrown off. We also got Phil back there.
Hey, Phil.
Phil's filming everything. And then Kim sits behind me, and she just makes everything happen. I just feel weird having her sit behind me right now. I feel at any point in time I could be like
smacked across the back of the head.
Oh, I could be knocked out. Just
shivved.
Why do I smell burning hair?
I know. No, I'm all right with the shift part. Just worry about maybe who has access to her text. So anyway, it's the John R Radio Show. We do it live in the Mile High. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Also, big thanks to the Normal Network, live.normal.org, for airing us during our time. You can catch us Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock Pacific. That's 11 o'clock noon, and we go 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock Pacific on the Normal Network. Live.normal.org, and then we're going to go 2 hours starting extremely soon. Going to have a 2-hour action-packed show for you. The first hour is going to be a lot of this and what we talk about, maybe a little bit of 15 minutes or so of some wacky craziness. I don't know. Who knows what we're going to have, and then the rest of get back to some news and the interviews and everything that you used to, talking with the heads, you know, of people like the Marijuana Policy Project, Normal, Students for Sensible Drug Policy and all that. Anyway, good times. We do have some plans. Some good stuff. It's the John Doe Radio Show. We do it live. If you missed anything, check us out, johndoeradio.com.
You're listening to the John Doe Radio Show.
Under Pink House Blooms, you will find some of Colorado's most respected and popular cannabis centers, including the Cherry Company at 111 Madison Street, the Pearl Company at 1445 Pearl Street, and the Teapot Lounge at 2008 Federal. You have heard the amazing products available from Nika T and his solventless wax and hashes from his appearances on John Doe Radio, and now you get to know about the amazing ISO hash made by our good bud Stephen Lewis. This ISO wax cannot be beat, and I challenge you to find a better product. But not only are the products great, but just as I need in my personal caregiver, the service is friendly and personable too. Pink House Blooms and its stores are proud to carry essential extracts, rare dankness, and hoodlum and vector products. All stores are open from 10 to 7 every day, with daily specials like Tuesday, 2-for-1 joints, Warehouse Wednesdays, where they weigh all Pink House grown meds at 4-gram eighths all day long. Thursdays, buy one edible, get the other half off, and Sundays, let's just say they make it rain. And remember, industry employees get a discount at patient pricing. The Cherry Company on 111 Madison Street, 303-399-6337. The Pearl Company at 1445 South Pearl Street, 303-733-6337. And the Teapot Lounge at 2008 Federal, 303-656-9697. Pink House Blooms. Mad Hatter Smoke Shop has got your high-quality, American-made, unique pieces and some of the best scientific glass available anywhere. Artists and companies like Mike Fro, Cowboy, Zob, Royal, and D-Rock with some of the best products the Mile High State has to offer. Treehouse, Joel Halen, Worm, Tricky, and more. Mad Hatter Smoke Shop also carries Sheldon Black, one of the highest names in glass standards. Don't miss out on the Holy Water style collection either. Our friend Sean Waters offers his line of shirts, jackets, hats, and skateboards for men and women. Mad Hatter Smoke Shop for everything the JDR Army needs. Mention JDR or John Doe Radio and get 20% off. 20%! Visit MadHatterSmokeShop.com or email store@MadHatterSmokeShop.com for inquiries. Mad Hatter Smoke Shop, 6091 West Colfax Avenue in Denver, 303-953-7015. Store@MadHatterSmokeShop.com, 6091 West Colfax Avenue, Denver, Colorado, 303-953-7015. Platte Valley Medical Marijuana Center in Denver has some of the most affordable prices anywhere. Don't believe us? Call them 303-953-0295. That's 303-953-0295. Or just head down and visit them. Trust us. Located at 2301 7th Street, Unit B, across from the Denver Aquarium. Great people who care about a fine selection of meds and a wide variety of extracts from top shelf extracts. With daily specials like Monday Madness with premium strain specific joints for only $1 when they're normally $3. Wax Wednesday with all wax for $15 a gram when normally $20 a gram. And during the NFL playoffs, Platte Valley is running a special on select ounces for just $125 and select $15 eighths, not bottom shelf strains either. You didn't miss what I just said. $125 ounces and $15 select eighths, not bottom shelf strains either. Don't miss one of the busiest and most convenient dispensary locations in Denver, Platte Valley Medical Marijuana Center, located at 2301 7th Street, Unit B, 303-953-0295. And until January 15th, everyone gets patient prices at $25 eighths and $150 ounces. Platte Valley Medical Marijuana Center.
You're listening to the John Doe Radio Show.
You be chilling live with us on John Doe Radio. Hanging out with the good folks from Compassionate Pain Management, otherwise known as CPM. The homies.
It's fresh.
We do it real. We do it real. I got my little dog in here today too, Roxanne. But she's just chilling like.
She's sweet.
She's
That dog's
chilling.
awesome.
She's actually chilling on top of one of Token Terra's tops. And
It's a walking throw pillow.
No.
Or she, I'm sorry.
She kind of is. She looks like a bat, a gremlin, a chihuahua, all mixed into one. She's sitting on top of one of Token Terra's tops and on one top of one of the bags. She's like, I know you bitches talking about me. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, one of my nice dime bag water piece holders. It's beautiful, man. Everywhere you go, you got to have something that carries your water pieces, correct?
Correct.
Because if you don't, then you can end up in a situation like Miss Dabbs did. Well, that didn't have anything to do with not carrying around anything. Somebody just smacked the end of it and busted it off. But either way.
No, we at our Christmas party this year.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Thank you, Wes.
Someone jacked up something at your Christmas party
no,
this year?
that was it was great. It was because it had somebody had their bag taken, to take care of it. There were some great pieces there at the party that got to take care of it.
Man, speaking of some insanely great pieces, man, I got a fantastic piece sitting right here in front of me. This piece is make sure I don't grab it and knock it off while I'm grabbing it. This is Joel Halen. Wow. This beautiful Joel Halen, special custom made for the John Doe Radio Show.
Nice.
Yep, it's beautiful. It's double perked and then triple perked. It's beautiful. And then if you play if you play the circle game, I don't know if it's gonna catch it in there. You can't really see it too much there. But there's circle game action.
You missed 11-11.
What's that?
Oh, 12.
Yeah, we got it. We missed the 12, and 12. That's going to be harder to make. Anyway, custom double chamber Joel Halen, courtesy of Mad Hatter Smoke Shop. Make sure that don't go nowhere. That would really suck if it went somewhere. My phone's ringing. I hope to God it shut off. All right, there we go. All right, good times. Back to where we were with you guys. CPM here. Compassionate Pain Management. And the new dude in the room, Jimmy. I'm just going to go with off your shirt. Luckily, it was lucky enough to get
Swamp
it right.
Billy. Just call him Swamp Billy.
Swamp Billy. What's your background,
Couldn't fit
dude?
it on the shirt.
What is your background? How do you qualify to be in Colorado, be working in this industry? What gives you the right? Damn it.
Basically, I've been working with tropical plants for like the last 12 years.
What?
And retail and wholesale nurseries, as small as a quarter acre and as large as 33.
Say that again. You've been dealing with tropical plants. Are these like you've been sitting in the Amazon and like?
It might as well be. I mean, it's all the big leafy stuff. Everything here you see in office buildings or in like hospitals and things. I used to grow those by the acre.
What I see is this dude like in the Amazon with like Amazonians, like just
riding a gator.
Yeah, dude, totally riding a gator. He's on both sides, just pedaling for life, man. That's what I picture.
Yeah, using my own leg, right?
Schultes himself here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Schultes in the studio.
You guys probably don't know how that is.
Squeal like a pig.
That dude discovered a lot of the psychedelics and stuff in the Amazon, and yeah, it's good times. Anyway, the U.S. sent him over there, and they were like, "What? You discovered these things? Find somewhere to do with them." Anyway, so your background is in some amazing plantry. So
pretty much, I didn't even touch any of this stuff till probably like 5 years ago. This is just another plant for me to play with.
So this is sort of exotic for you. And is it? Can we consider cannabis an exotic plant? Is that something that's really
not really, because you can find it in almost every temperate zone.
This is a weed.
Yeah,
it grows everywhere.
It's damn weeds.
Every state I've ever lived in, every country I've ever visited, there's literally it's a strain that comes from around the world.
Yeah. Well, what would be funny is if what would be funny to know is that exactly in this is not really funny, but I mean there was a report that Osama bin Laden had cannabis plants inside of his whatever, and chances are they were just hemp non-feral plants or whatever. It would have been funny if he would have had some, like you find some packaging of some.
He's probably making hash or something
like
with
Osama or something like on the inside.
Big O on a block of hash.
Yeah, big, huge, massive block of hash they found. No, they would have probably said something if they did either way, but no. But yeah, it does. It grows everywhere, and luckily here in Colorado, and why I do mention that is because the Afghan region in Afghanistan has sort of the same region basically is growing wise is that we have here in Colorado. It's a little bit more temperate here, I think, in Colorado than it is in that region. But even there, I mean, you still have some of the situations where it's, the late and early winters that we have here in Colorado. But outdoors growing is really hard. So, I mean,
we got to figure it's an annual, so it sprouts up during spring and summer, then dies back and waits for the spring to come back out from seed. Usually. Where's
the growing that you and get right up on there when we talk to you there?
Oh,
so
sorry.
No, it's not a big deal. I smack everybody with the damn mic.
I'm just out of your reach.
We need gooseneck mics. Gooseneck mics. No. So where are you growing these plants that you were growing?
The tropical stuff is all outdoors and all year round because we only had 2 months of actual cold weather. And by cold, I mean it was 40 degrees.
And this is here in Colorado?
No, in Florida. Okay. I did everything in Florida.
I missed it in Florida. Okay,
yeah. Everything I've done is all in Florida, and then I just recently moved out about 3 years ago because where I lived in the state, there was no work, no nothing, so I just got up and left.
How about oranges? Have you grown oranges?
Our county's actually the best oranges in the world that I came from.
Dude, can you imagine?
I'm dead serious. I know it sounds.
Can you imagine like reaching up and just grab it? You can think of all these
mangoes.
He also comes from the frog leg capital of the world.
Fuck all y'all thinking about the crazy flytrap plants, the squirting.
Those
poison,
are retarded.
The squirting poison plants. I want to reach up and grab an orange that I've just grown and be like, oh my! I want an orange.
They're better than in store because a lot of times you get them in store, they're still green, and then they make them orange. Where I get them, they're practically falling off the tree and the skin falls off. So they're about as ripe, and all the sugars are converted. It's really good.
If Homer Simpson were into oranges, he would be in heaven right now.
Or avocados.
Yeah,
See, I've never liked avocados.
Avocados? So what's the craziest thing you have grown then?
I used to collect rare palm trees and rare hibiscus.
What's rare about it? What's so rare? What should make me be awe about that?
Well, I brought one palm tree with me from Florida, and I bet you'll never see it anywhere else in Colorado.
Now we're gonna see these palm trees.
It's a Cuban petticoat from Cuba.
Cuban petticoat.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that was one I used to have. This one's an old man palm. It's also from Cuba. It's from South Cuba.
So now we're gonna see palm trees sprouting all over Denver.
No, they cost too much to grow here.
The botany of desire.
They cost too much.
Exactly.
That stuff you guys spend like $6-8 for in Florida, I can get it for $1.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's
special.
That's what happens when you're sitting in the middle of a
continent. It blew my mind when I saw the prices here.
In the middle of a continent, in Colorado, where you have to drive up the side of a mountain to get the palm tree. But that's pretty cool though. The closest I've been to a palm tree is in Puerto Vallarta in Mexico.
You just walked by one on the way in here this morning.
Well,
You did. You walked by MacArthur Palm. I didn't know if you know that.
This is a horticulturist just totally smacking it in the face. Fine, if you want to be that way.
I got to deal with this every day. All right.
I'm my best friends when I was like.
If you ever go to the mall, you're walking by at least 30 or 40 of them.
Well, I know that, but those are not.
Those are palm trees.
I'm talking indigenous. where it should be. All right, like I'm sitting in Florida, and I'm sitting in Florida. Oh, there's a palm tree. Like that's. Not in Southwest Plaza Mall. Oh, there's a palm tree.
You wouldn't even like the Florida palm trees. All the palm trees you like are all from the all from Far East.
I think what I'm thinking of is like a coconut tree or something like that.
Well, they're found all the way along the equator across every continent, wherever they can float.
I was blown away when I was in Ireland. I was actually taking a tour on the southern coast, and there's palm trees on the coast there. And I talked to the guide, and he was like, "Oh yeah," he says, "these ones are real hardy. What you can do, they have to start them in a greenhouse, but once they get them going, they're a couple of years old. They can plant them right here on the coast, and they're surviving. They're palm trees all up and down the coast of Ireland."
But you didn't see a coconut tree?
No.
Then it doesn't matter.
No, coconuts burn at 35 degrees, so there's no way you could grow them anywhere if it did.
Wait, say that again?
Coconuts freeze at 35 degrees.
Coconuts freeze at 35 degrees.
They start browning out. If you have 35 for more than 24, 48 hours, it might as well be dead.
But really, if you have a situation where it's above 40 degrees,
you'll just get some tip burn or some wind burn if the wind's blowing.
Where at does it not get below 35 degrees?
You're probably gonna look at zone 8,
which would be that would be where the
that would be where the
temperate zone. I love it.
That would be the monk giraffe zone.
It also depends on if you're far from the ocean. If you're close to the ocean, your zones actually move up across the coast.
We've got an elephant in zone 8. Get the elephant out of zone 8.
You can see I study a lot of this.
That's fantastic to know that you're on staff, though. That's great, dude. Sorry I'm harassing you here, but
I'm used to it. I mean, I work at the warehouse.
I had these guys when I was growing up that were the dude was a drummer like myself, but he was a botanist.
But he was good.
He's a damn good drummer. He knew everything about trees, though. I knew everything about trees. We used to work for the U.S. Forest Service. Was one of the main specialists for the U.S. Forest Service, and then they went and hosed him over. So he said, "Screw you," and then went and started his own company, and then competed against this Forest Service in like these big bids and stuff, and then some jacked up shit has happened. And
we're plant geeks.
Yeah,
I live and breathe nothing but plants all day, all night.
So I'm used to getting smacked in the head with stupidity, like that. You stupid. No, that's not that. You're dumb. So you can smack me in the head with stupidity anytime. No. So anytime I need to be corrected, is perfectly able. Fine.
I don't have the time.
Hey,
I can take it and dish it.
Yow. So the cannabis plants that you currently have inside the shop right now, what do you think you guys between the three of you? What do you guys having the toughest with right now?
The toughest, like that? Oh,
yeah.
Well, I love
and not only how do you guys have what's the toughest? How is it that you decide between all y'all what's done with it and how that gets done? Because there's got to be some sort of like I don't want to.
Well, when you're dealing with
I don't want to choke you to death.
Different strains, it'd be it's different if we were just dealing with a couple of different strains but having to deal with several of them, we need a lot of sets of eyes on stuff to be able to see these little things. Now we document everything that we are doing with these plants, so it's very easy for one of these the other ones to go and see what has been done. When you start to notice something with the plant, we can literally look back a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4, and see, right here, you can see this was either human error that's doing this or causing a problem, or, we start to see, all right, the weather, we had the turn in the weather and things are gotten cold. These plants have now kind of stunted with a temperature drop that, is affecting the rest of the train moving forward. There's every little thing that you got to think of dynamic with these plants that there is. Now when you're saying what do we have trouble with, oh man, there's anything that's an unstable genetic. Now there's been some strains, and I'm about to announce something here, I guess, to any of the CPM customers that they're probably not going to like this. They're not going to like it. This is a
sad die-off we got to do here.
Yeah,
we're going to have to chop the mom's head off.
Yeah, we've actually one of our most popular strains, our blueberry Romulan.
It's going to be gone.
Yep. You heard it here.
Yep. It is gone. I went in. I went in yesterday to check on the girls, and in one of the rooms, they had all turned. All the girls who have been generally been stable are now turned into boys. Yeah. So even all the way up to the mom. So that's it. We have a couple.
Sorry, uncontrollable crying in the background.
It is sad. It is very sad, man.
But it's unfortunate. But I think we still do have some seed from that we can try and
do have seeds
get another stable genetic of her. But that happens sometimes. I mean, I can already kind of predict, I think, what the next trouble strain is going to be, but we have, when you're dealing with this many, it's just because that strain was so popular that I had to keep it going, and we worked with it.
We risked it every time we threw it into flour. We knew
that there was a possibility that could harm. You just had to treat it with kid gloves and baby it all the way through.
Yeah, I couldn't stress it very hard at all.
No stress.
And it couldn't get past, 43 days?
Yeah, it was right about 6 weeks.
Maybe if we connect you guys to Nexus.
Pull it.
Maybe if we connect you guys to Nexus, and we could get Adam Dunn and Derek.
Isn't there a new product, or maybe it's an old product?
There's a new company out there that's doing some. My friend Derek and Adam are doing some basically consultant work and stuff. So that's who we were going to sit down and have them meet with Sean and see if maybe they would be able to work something out with you guys. But that's something that maybe if something does get worked out, we could have them sitting down here and being like explaining, how to best work that, or their experience, what's the best way to, because I've lost mothers, man. I've lost mothers.
Well, I haven't lost the mom yet, but
it's a matter of now. We know that genetic is just unstable.
But I've lost mothers, and that's horrible. That's that's the worst of the worst, because then you lost everything. Everything is gone.
I always have someone throw it out for me.
If I hadn't gone in and seen them and taken a look at this, and this had gone by, and this goes through another week or so, poof, you'd have those males pop. You have then every other plant in that room has now been compromised and just has to be destroyed.
Floating male parts everywhere.
Yep.
Who wants that?
It happened to us with a
Corolla
Crush. Is that what it was?
Yeah,
a Corolla Crush that.
Oh yeah.
The Corolla Crush.
Yeah, I had a Corolla Crush.
I have never heard of that.
Yeah, there's actually several of our genetics. We've been going back old school to a lot of the old Cannabis Cup.
Sorry, don't worry about that.
Old Cannabis Cup winners.
That's a piece. That's a $2
like
piece.
Like a Sensi Star is on the shelf now. I think we have Sensi Star available.
And finding some, because we're now ourselves getting into some crossbreedings and stuff, and it's starting, like we were saying, with like the pure, having the pure, true skunk #1 as a base that we're able to cross over with some of these other ones that we really like. So it's been. There's been a couple of strains we were asking there about, something that's more difficult or more not. There definitely are those strains that you really got to know that it's like like Roper can explain better, like especially with strains. To me, it all comes down to the cloning. How easy are we able to duplicate those genetics? And that's what, to me, determines what's going to be pretty much the rest of the plant, the how well it's going to do. It all starts really at the beginning. We can tell, what is cloning well and what isn't. And it's the same thing as plants go on down the life. Which ones are more hardy are always those ones that,
Yeah, like the Titanic has always been kind of finicky.
Titanic. Anything with tie in it is really frustrating strain to back cross into it because of the because of the same damn it.
Who is that? Is that a Flying Dutchman too, or?
Oh man,
I can't remember what. It's a certain part of the tie that's hard to back cross. That makes it hard.
I'm pretty sure.
I want to say
it's the recessive traits inside of the ties that make them difficult to back cross between each other, which that's period, end of story in any genetic crossing or anything, but still.
Well, we've got several of these now, these crossbreeds that we've had that we've been really happy with. But there's some of them, like we're saying, like these new ones, like this UBC chemo. I can see already what I want to do, the plant that I want to cross that with, to be able to beef that up a little bit more and see. I'm very interested in hearing back the levels that were actually the cannabinoid levels that we are going to be getting out of that plant, because the CBDs, if we all know that. I mean, that's really where it's at when it's coming to.
We saw an ice cream strain that was 22% cannabis, 22% THC.
Yeah,
it's called Ice Cream.
Yep,
it was amazing. It was one of the more fruitier flavors that I've seen. That's been above like an 18% range. Man, once we get into that 22, 26, and even into the OG 28% category.
Yep.
Which there's the very rare few of those that are in that, and we'll talk with even more with Scott.
I was going to say, but no. See, we actually, and I think we saved it. I think we still have the genetic. We have an ISS, an Island Sweet Skunk, that we tested out at over 23% with that.
The sweet skunk is not one of my favorite strains.
No, it's like we're saying, it's a different. So some patients, that's phenomenal for them. It's like it's pretty interesting working close with the patients and working at the warehouse and trying to feed all of the different needs. There were some patients there where it was, if it wasn't White Widow or have White Widow in it, they didn't want anything to do with it. There's other ones that were all about, Durban poison, and that's just it. That's what they want.
Yeah,
give me that. There's just
give me the Durban.
There's some strain only want the Kushes, some only want, it's I don't care as long as it's sativa, no indica whatsoever. It's
or vice versa.
And, Yep. It all walks. It's very interesting. It's amazing to think where we're at now compared to what I've seen just 5 years ago or 10 years ago, and what is the advances that have happened now. That there's much more communication and openness. Everyone's a lot more educated. You really got to know what you're talking about. To be somebody who works on the desk and talks to dozens of patients a day and wear all the different hats of being a caregiver there for them that it takes, of being a counselor and answering all of their questions, because you have to be a gardener practically. You have to be, they want to know all of any little thing that they can find out about this. It's just they're insatiable for.
So what happens when you guys have a difference in opinion and like how it should be dealt with?
We
ping
just
pong.
Really talk it over. Yeah, ping pong.
There it is. Ping pong it out.
Well, then I'm a loser like every time. Then
sorry,
my opinion
you better get better.
It's not fair.
Climb through the ranks.
No, it's it is. Sometimes it can be interesting. We do have
that one's straight off instead of up top like the others.
No, it's interesting you say it, because we do run into conflicts. It does happen, but it's all in a matter of respect, how we treat each other and what we do. And how respect. Yeah, see, that's
how you do it. You have a bunch of guys running the spears and the last man standing.
Well, it's you got to let go of your ego. Pretty much is how it.
It does. You really do. When it comes down to it, is that you understand, we know there's like certain things that work and certain things that don't. Though it's not a complete democracy, but in a lot of sense of really, a lot of things is we have areas of responsibility, and each one of us, take care of what we have to do, and we rely on. If it doesn't get done, the train doesn't move forward. And everybody then looks at, you, why didn't, you help the train move forward? We got to take accountability.
Well, people also, like I see in the chat room, saying that they would like to keep, certain strains left alone, certain strains, I don't know.
Left alone.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Like they would like to see like the skunks left alone, the Kushes left alone.
Oh well, people have crossed with skunk number one a billion times already, so I don't need to do that. I don't need to reinvent the wheel.
I think that George Washington himself was probably doing some cross.
Well, could be getting
some cross experiments himself. When you read. Part of his journal where it said he didn't make it back in time to be able to separate the male from the female. It's like, what the hell did I end up with the next season now that I got these seeds? What does he think he's going to do? Is he just going to do away with the seeds, throw the seeds away? It's like, no. He's like, you got the special George Washington cut.
Well, it's
the corn cob pipe.
Well, it was back then,
a strain called the Washington.
A lot more common in life.
Gotta be.
the hemp products and what was being, it used for. It's the strongest natural fiber, and it was used for everything back then, from, like we're saying, clothes and
still
linens.
is.
And
A brand new
and
story
ropes
just came
and-
out, like ABC News or something. We haven't got to it. Maybe we'll get to it tomorrow. But they just stated on how hemp was the #1 protein. How it's like,
Yeah.
Everybody should
It's
start
like-
eating hemp.
What is it? It's almost a complete. It almost has all of the amino acids. I think it's not quite as good as quinoa, but right there as being damn near reclassified as a meat.
yeah, dude, I need some more hemp in my
Chew on
diet.
that,
By the
you
way,
vegetarians.
huge thanks to Radical Russ Belleville. What up, Russ? I see you there. Live.normal.org. Huge thanks for rebroadcasting our show simulcast on the Normal Network Monday through Friday. That's 10 Pacific, 11 o'clock Mountain. They go from 10 Pacific to 11 Pacific there, and we go from 11 Mountain till whenever the hell we want. Usually it lasts.
They kick you out.
Yeah, well, yeah. Too bad.
They just kick the breaker off to your office.
Really, that never happened. That hasn't happened yet.
But you remind me of something coming into your into the studio today is
Live.normal.org. Sorry.
that it's if anybody out there in this industry, if you need some free legal advice, become Facebook friends with Warren Edson.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, this guy, he is not only is he on the cutting edge of it and stuff, but I love it when he goes to the
Russ
meetings and
appreciated
he blogs right there and will let you know what's going on.
Crap, man.
So you want free
I got
legal
1,000
advice?
friends today.
There you go. Warren Edson on Facebook.
Everybody has to keep up with every single last bit of politics that there is.
Well, this, it's constantly changing in this. When you've got people whose livelihoods and family well-being depends on you, and you're in this industry, you want to know what's going on. You want to know just how stable is your future.
And exactly, your guys' future, how stable does it look? I mean, how is your garden looking?
Oh, garden?
Yeah.
You want
Great.
some-
It's green. Yeah, it's great.
It's awesome.
There's a bunch of leaves and a lot of flowers.
We left. There's part of the reason why Ishi is not here today is because we
So we
left
can
him
talk.
in a pile of plants to
So
deal
what exactly you
He's
guys
in
do?
a pile of it, all right.
What's the big project right now then? As in the day,
Just maintaining the plants.
Today,
keep the train rolling.
today's watering. Today's feeding.
So,
feeding.
Yep, all the
Feeding
girls
day.
get their nutrients today.
So how often?
Today's my day off.
Yeah, we did. We brought him in today just for the show.
Just to make fun of me.
How often do you guys feed your plants? How often are they getting like a? And you using the what kind of system?
Well, we're using soil. A good 80% of our setup is all soil. And when we brought Jimmy in, we were like, let's do some more hydro. We've got some strains that work specifically very well with hydro. So we gave him some lights to get started, and he's been, we already had a first round come down with that, and we're going to the second one with some new strains. Found out some ones that it's like, we're not really liking those as much. So it's, there's always room for improvement. We're always striving for something more. We tried actually an NFT system. We gave that system a shot. We're pulling today. I'm probably going to be pulling down the rest of the plants that were loaded in that system. Which is very interesting if you've ever seen that or worked with that or done that. That one, it's pretty wild at being able to just take clones and they got 3 inches of roots and they go into flower. And
It pretty much eliminates
wow.
veg time.
Yeah, it's gone.
That's great.
It's
Fantastic.
pretty neat. It's pretty.
But the
neat.
rest of the place is soil. So, like today, we feed our girls, in the soil. You're going to get fed with the actual nutrients about once a week.
supplemental, midweek,
Yeah,
if
and
it's-
then
for sure.
I mean, you're always looking for pests and stuff like that, right?
That's
damn,
an everyday
that's-
battle.
A special dude for that.
Oh,
Anyone that says
all
they
of
don't
us.
have
All of us.
insects,
We
it's
all
a
look
liar.
at it.
We're all responsible.
You lie!
Keep our eyes on it.
Sean, I don't know if you realize just how, Sean, how hard he cracks the whip. It's pretty much like if there's something screws up, it doesn't matter if it's my area of expertise. These two guys are going to hear it from Sean too. Why didn't you guys see that? Why weren't you that second set of eyes making sure that he was doing what he needed to do? We are. We all look out for each other, and we all kind of hold each other's feet to the fire, hold each other accountable for making sure this is a healthy.
I like that analogy.
I feel kind of blasphemous. Earlier, I did the FU dolphin whale thing, and then I realized I was now wearing the hemp hoodlum sea shepherd shirt. It's kind of. I'm sorry. So sorry. You guys have no clue what I'm talking about, do you?
Not a
No,
damn
not
thing.
at all. No.
There's a South Park where they attack dolphins.
Oh no, that yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, the whale wars.
I thought it was screw you whales.
No, it's
No, you're right. It is.
for you, dolphin whale.
That's
And
right.
anyway, my good friend,
That's funny. They chased them all over the place. Didn't
My
they?
good friend, Adam Dunn does the Hemp Hoodlum company that supplies the Whale Wars crew. Every last one of them. Get out of my aura, you a-hole. You're farking up my karma. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. That's our general attitude over there at the warehouse.
I just try to be as blasphemous as possible. So maybe we'll get away with that one. I don't know. They laugh at that one, the FU Dolphin Whale one. So
yeah, I've actually seen that one.
Whew. It's one of the most. I tell you, I didn't think I could get offended at a South Park.
What?
Everybody. At some point in time, we'll get offended at South Park. There's just no doubt about it. It's going to happen, period, end of story. But I didn't think
that's the goal.
I didn't think I would get offended. I'd always be like, ha ha, because you're always from Colorado, and you're like, and then you never thought it was going to be something big that you were attached to, that you were like, oh, damn, they just like totally just harpoon dude in the head. And you're like, that's, and then it's such like, it's like that letdown of, fuck, they got me. Like the circle game. Like the circle game that Paul plays every Tuesday. It's like, I don't even look down anymore when that guy...
we play that every day.
God, I hate that.
And mom jokes, that's pretty much, that's our whole day.
Everybody started telling me since I get circle gamed on the piece, the custom JDR piece, when you go to look at it, down on it, you fill it up, that I should poke the piece at the bottom. I'm like, dude, I'm not smacking the piece in any extra way possible that needs to happen. Like, are you crazy? What's wrong with you? I'd rather just take the loss. All right, anyway, good times. We're sitting with our good friends, Compassionate Pain Management. You guys have got 2 awesome locations for the people to go and check out. One in Louisville. You can check about, is it Louisville or Louisville?
Louisville. Yeah.
I wonder if they call it Louisville down there. No, they don't. They call it Louisville.
I don't know.
I don't live there. The locals all up there. It's Louisville.
Like when I lived in Steamboat, it was never Steamboat Springs ever.
Yeah.
They knew you were an outsider if you were like, hey, how can I get to Steamboat Springs?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no. Anyway, having nothing to do with nothing, make sure you check them out in Louisville, 303-665-5596. They are at 1116-7 West Dillon Road on the southwest corner of West Dillon and McCaslin. Or in Lakewood, 303-232-3620. Lakewood, 303-232-3620. And that store is at 1585 Quail Street, number 13B. 1585 Quail Street, number 13B. Dude battled with the giant monster. Fuck you, monster. That's all we got to say about that.
Down the street from Casa Bonita.
From Casa Bonita.
That's right.
From Casa Bonita. It's down the street from Casa Bonita, really?
Yeah, it's down at Colfax. It's ways down there. It's a few minutes down the road, but it's
might as well be right next door.
Well, Colfax is the longest business strip in the world.
You could drive for how long is Colfax actually?
It's like that. It's like
you could probably drive like an hour and a half.
It goes from like Golden, to Aurora.
Gosh, you could go forever on Colfax.
Yeah,
so you guys
goes all the way to
live
like
down the street.
Strasburger.
You guys live down the street from Casa Bonita, an hour away on Colfax. No, I'm kidding.
It's like 60 miles long or something.
It's huge. I know that.
I used to live off Colfax in Strasburg.
There is a good Colfax side and there's a bad Colfax side. We used to have band practice on the not so great Colfax side.
I love all of it.
Jeez.
I love all of it.
Well, I miss that.
When you got crack deals and crack.
Yeah.
See, I went to high school out in Aurora, and the joke was stay in school or you'll end up on Colfax. And it's like it's always been what it is.
I grew up out in the middle of nowhere, so I have no idea what you guys are.
Where did you grow up in?
Pretty much Vero
Swamp.
Beach, Sebastian area in Florida.
Swamp.
Let's say that again.
Swamp.
It's in Florida. It's like due east of. You shut up. Just like
This
due
side of
east
the
of
ocean?
Lake Okeechobee, basically.
Really? You and George get along. We got peeps in here that got Florida ties, dreads, Florida ties.
I've never lived any more than 6 miles from the beach.
Family in Ocala.
Until here?
Till here. I hate the beach, which is kind of funny, isn't it?
I hate the beach too,
Yeah, but you don't live anywhere near it.
but I still hate it. That's why I don't live
I
near
don't like the salt.
I do love,
Hallelujah.
I do love the snow.
I've never seen snow till I moved here.
Cold without snow is just bullshit. And you've seen quite a bit of it here.
He's
though.
related
now.
to the scarecrow.
Oh God, here we go.
The thing is that the snow, in the mountains. We've got all the snow down here in the mountains. Got screwed lately.
Yeah. Well, I lived in Bailey last year, so I know what snow is.
Oh, you lived in Bailey last year. Oh, you lived here.
I lived in Strasburg.
When I met him,
Bailey,
when I first met him
Lakewood.
a couple years ago, he was in.
I thought this was your first year for some reason.
Oh no,
South Park.
I've been here just over 3.
You live technically the South Park that they talk about is in Fairplay though.
Yeah,
well, that's where Buddy of mine lived, and I drive down there all the time.
See, you got to be on the inside for years for that to know anything about that though. But it is funny when you do catch an inside on South Park. You're like, ha ha. At the beginning, it was really funny because everybody got it.
You know, back in Florida, everybody really thought that place was under snow all year round. Yeah, you laugh, but I'm dead serious. We have no idea.
And we want everyone to continue thinking that as well.
Yeah, don't show up. We're good.
South Park, that's funny, dude. You'd be amazed at the amount of people that just probably
It snows 300 days a year here, people.
South Park consists of like
No sun.
many different areas.
Sun, what's that?
It's not just one place. It's Fairplay. It's
Oh yeah. South Park definitely is. Well, like we're saying, South Park County, Fairplay. That's where it was all done.
North
I'm
Park.
saying when I met him, that's where he was. He first started as a grower. He was providing us with product, and it was being grown in South Park.
Before the laws still got this.
Yeah, they're in Fairplay.
before the laws came in and.
I really wouldn't say that because look where I am now, so I really wouldn't say it's that bad.
Oh,
Well, you are one of the very few lucky ones, Jimmy.
I moved out of
Very
it.
few.
I didn't like doing the other stuff before anyway. I just
You
there's
get
too
so
much
lucky.
Risk.
Some people make it through. Some people don't. Hey,
That's why I live in the middle of nowhere.
I'm not going to complain about the laws.
Oh, I'm not either.
Actually, I am going to bitch about the laws because.
Hey, it could be like Florida where you have a seed and you can sit in jail for 6 months.
Okay, well, it's like you look
Hold
at
on. The problem that I have with the laws is, and we're getting all mixed up and jumbled and crazy here. I want to make sure that I properly explain, back myself up here. I don't have a problem with the system that we have here in Colorado. I have a problem with some of the rules that we have here in Colorado. When it comes January, when it comes time, which it is January.
Oh yeah.
When it comes time for these letters to be sent out, if they get sent out, then our laws and our process that we have built in Colorado is what's going to come to a huge at bats come to play, come to our defense in this situation. Now, they could say that one dispensary was doing one thing and not necessarily following the state law, so then the state could bail out on you. But the importance is that the state has created this and embedded it deep into the system, embedded it deep into the American system, meaning the feds coming in and trying to uproot it also would be, in my opinion, just almost impossible. I think they could destroy a lot. I think they could shut down a lot of people, but the decimation of the system that happened in Montana, I don't think could happen here in Colorado. Let's just get that.
Well, what was your opinion on that regulated alcohol bill?
Well, I think everybody's got to vote yes on the bill that just received enough signatures and was submitted in.
The one that
triple
Mason
double.
Trevert is, yeah.
Yeah, Mason. The bill we're talking about here in Colorado, the alcohol equalization initiative, which just turned in enough signatures to qualify for the ballot. In fact, blew the signatures numbers away. It was like they needed 89,000 and we turned in like 500 million. So,
all right, sweet.
That's how we do in the Mile High.
That's right. We forget and sign up 3 or 4 times.
That's what happens.
It's interesting how you see states like where in Michigan where they are tried to their laws they didn't put into it. We might complain about this regulation and the problems that we are having, but at the end of the day, it's nothing compared. Our state is actually doing quite well when you look at the putting the proper rules and laws into place to regulate and control this. We're pretty lucky here in Colorado. You got to admit.
Yeah, I mean we've given ourselves that the grassroots movement. I wouldn't call it luck at all. I would call it the grassroots movement coming into play, giving us our system that we need, building it to the point that it got to. And then there's a point in time in April 9th. Can you open the window a little bit? There's some smell in here that's starting to give me a slight headache. But the grassroots movement, it's not the weed. The grassroots movement at April 9th, in the July 2009 caregivers meeting just went away. I mean, period, end of story. It went away. And we would have a different system, I think, if we would have kept the same grassroots system that we had at that point in time here in Colorado, if that would have continued through. But we didn't. We ended up with the system that we have now. Everything happens for a reason. The feds were to come in right now, I think they would be stepping into just a hornet's nest of a problem, a hornet's nest of a situation. We need to get Jared Polis to sit down with us. I mean, we would have so many legislators that would be against them coming in, that would be defending these dispensaries and defending the states' rights issues, that the feds may finally see their losing battle.
They should be defending their revenue that
or they may
can
just
be pulling in.
I'm sure they see it.
Scatter somewhere else. They'll just go back to California.
Yeah.
Which sucks too. I don't want to see Californians being shizzed on either.
Hard.
It's frustrating, man, because California does see a lot of that crap.
Well, it's from what I understand here in Colorado, where the feds were threatening to come in here, that they're saying these letters are supposed to, people are starting to get, are the places that were operating in areas that we have grandfathered the ones that were operating before, but still the feds are using an aggravator, from what is it, a 1992 or 94 act that we put in, that basically it's, no illegal drugs and stuff in what we consider to be, school zones and stuff. Yeah. But it's from what Warren Edson, I think, was kind of pointing out there with it and stuff, the wording on it, it's kind of ambiguous that it's these places that they're doing business aren't public places. These are private. You have to have a special license to be in these places. So I don't understand where, like you're saying, how they can apply that law the way that it's worded.
Yeah. So basically, going back to the beginning of where we came from for everything and why we have you guys here for Monday's Compassionate Pain Management, it's a look inside the industry, a look inside to kind of see where everything is, the dynamics of everything, the personalities of people that are inside this industry. I mean, it's quite interesting, the type of people that are involved in it. It's like, someone like yourself who has a background in, what's your background? Patrick.
Well, quite a few. Oh, geez. How do I put this?
What's your main background? What have you mainly done throughout your life?
Nothing.
Besides nothing.
We'll just leave it at hydraulics.
Hydraulics. We got exotic plants.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dude.
Shoot, I was 20 years a landscaper.
Well, I did own a landscaping business too, but I mean,
plants. I was background of plants and trees as well.
Straight dealers up in here. I mean, we got everybody, and that's the whole point, is we want to bring those sides to everything, and how you get hired and how you get into this. And
you have to pester them for 2 years. And I think finally.
Yeah, but I think what it does come down to is that it's coming down to you have to have some sort of experience. You got to be a hard worker, and you got to have some sort of experience.
Work for free.
You have to work for free.
And work for free.
For at least the first 3 months.
Or
a year in my case.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was internships into the program.
I didn't either. I found out.
Oh, yeah. The Med may have a problem with that, but that's perfectly fine. No, nobody's working for free.
No, I know.
Perfectly fine here. Maybe for
the amount of torture you get, it might as well be free.
Hey, that's what the pay is for.
That's right. It's a hazardous fee.
Believe me, I wish I could go get my blue card, and I wish I could get harassed. Maybe a possibility. We'll see. Maybe I'll come in and roll it up with everybody.
Well, it's going to be interesting here, 2012, to see. I'm hoping, I really am hoping that they extend the moratorium. I think it's too young for them to start. There's too many people just chomping at the bit.
Whoa. I don't think it's good for them to extend the moratorium any more than it's already been. I think the businesses are already set. I think that once we have the licensing, I think that licensing needs to go out, and then I think that other people need to be allowed to come in and then be able to...
well, what do you have? 14, last I counted, dispensaries that actually had their certificate from the state of being that they're fully legit? They don't have their arms around it
But
yet.
that's the state needs to figure it out, though, and that's not...
why open the doors
up? That's not our
up?
problems as Americans, that the state doesn't have their shiz together, so you have to stop me as an American from even being able to do something? No, I don't agree with that at all. I don't think
it's
the
not
moratorium is outlandish. I think it's ridiculous. I agree that it should last until July, but beyond July, people should be able to come in, buy. There should be other locations that open up for people to be able to have dispensaries where there were not dispensaries before. No, FARCA moratorium. I'm not in agreement. And I see where you're saying that things still need to be handled, but you know what? Maybe the Med needs to get their shiz together. I mean, it needs to happen faster. I mean, it's not that difficult of an ordeal to put together. It's really not.
Well, I understand, but now you're also looking like, okay, let's say we talk about some of these outlying towns that have never had a dispensary before that are that you can go in and open it. But what happens there is now, it's like, okay, we apply this license, we do this, somebody goes in, they're opening this new business and spending all the money to do so, and then the town says, know what? Now we're allowed to say that you guys aren't allowed in our town, so goodbye, and everything that you had is just gone. It's just wasted. Yeah, I think we need a little bit more time.
That's a different story.
To me, it's all part of the same thing. Everybody needs to get their hands around it. The local communities need to get their heads around it.
But that was
the state government needs to get their heads around it of what they're going to do.
But that was a part of the cleanup bill, and that was a part of the whole 1284 situation to where locals could ban. It didn't have anything to do with the moratorium action.
Yeah, well, you see what I'm trying to say here is that they don't have. Yes, they're still voting on it. I mean, what was it? Boulder just did an emergency vote last week that basically said no more new licensing up in Boulder right now. The local governments.
But that's a different story. It's a different story, and that's
how is it a different story?
But that's where we're almost agreeing on is I don't believe in any more moratoriums. You're talking about a moratorium overall. Nobody allowed to be able to open up a dispensary here. Nobody allowed to have new licenses. Whoever has licenses is in there. Is finished. End of story. Now, what you're talking about also too is people being able to ban and localities be able to ban.
Okay. I think you're a little confused of what I'm trying to say here, okay? What I'm trying to say is that with the moratorium, what this does is it gives time for the state government to be able to get their hands and regulate and more with the dispensaries than better.
Yeah, and more people won't be caught up into the net of the bullshit that we have to deal with. That's fine. I agree with that, but they need to move faster with that.
And the local governments are able to figure out do we want this in our
exactly.
You see, it gives them time as well.
Yeah, I get that, but they shouldn't have had the ability to do that in the first place. And two, they need to get their shit together fast enough in order to not have that happen. And it shouldn't happen in the first place. It's un-American. It's unconstitutional. It's ridiculous. People should be allowed to sue for it. Derek should be allowed to go back and get winnings. And it's ridiculous. It pisses me off to no end. It's horrible. And if they do add another moratorium at the beginning of the legislative session, which I've heard a little bit that they would, I'll be outraged. I'll be just absolutely insanely outraged. I think it's ridiculous.
Do you really think the MMED is dragging their feet over there?
Yes, I do. I think they're dragging their feet horribly. I think that they have no clue what the hell that they're doing, and I think that they've taken as little amount of time as possible to learn about our side and to actually implement the rules that they need to implement. And then there's another side of it, the Colorado Department of Health, who has absolutely dragged their feet and done everything that they absolutely can to eliminate the Colorado medical marijuana system. So yes, I perfectly believe that. And on that, we're going to leave it in that note. I believe both systems can...
Suck it.
I'm trying to be friendly with the lady over there. It's the lady, but I believe this pisses me off so bad. Like right now, why is there still patients waiting for cards? Granted, Kim finally got her card, but we still don't have answers, and we still don't have a public release on what the hell is going on. Like what the answer is for everybody else. It's that you've got to wait. You've just got to wait. And if you get denied, then you've got to go through this. And if you got to wait, then you go through
90-day wait period or something.
Go through this. It's bullshit.
Are you kidding me?
It's a joke.
Really?
And the only reason why I say is, okay, the Broncos losing yesterday would have been bullshit. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. This is real life. People are dying over, and we need to get it corrected, and we need to get it fixed fast. And in states, even we can go out of Colorado, and this is speaking for you people that are not even in here in Colorado, that are outside, people like in New Jersey or New Mexico, Arizona, the places that have been so dragging their feet into implementing their system. Get up and stand up and scream and start getting some people into office that are going to implement what you want and what you need. It's crap. I mean, it's people are dying over this. When you have pain medications, you have all sorts of other blood pressure medications, Alzheimer's medications that are killing people, and yet they still won't allow access to medical marijuana. It's crap. It makes no sense whatsoever. None. And the only thing that you could do is just sit there and go,
Well, it's a good rant.
So stupid, dude. It drives me nuts. It's just it pisses me off so bad because I heard yesterday about more medications being recalled, and then the new painkillers that are coming out. It's like,
oh jeez,
are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
The purified Vicodin.
So we know everybody's gonna die from a certain.
Really?
Fuck me.
It's just another, crack in pill form.
Where's my Valium? Big thanks to Adam Dunn from TH Seeds and Hemp Hoodlum. Big thanks to Dude Grows, dudegrows.com. If you got questions about your grow. Grow Eyes, 3225 South Wadsworth Boulevard in Lakewood. 3225 South Wadsworth Boulevard in Lakewood. Handmade Apparel. Handmadeapparel.biz if you'd like your JDR gear, or if you would like to get your Ganja John Show gear, or if you'd like to get your Normal Show Live gear, or any other gear basically made from them. They'll make it handmade. Handmadeapparel.org. Actually, it's biz. I realized that in the middle of that swallow, and I almost choked myself to death almost there. That was almost a classic moment. Big thanks to Little Man Hosting. By the way, Kidney, let me know when you get that renewed. LittleManHosting.com. Big, huge thanks to Little Man Hosting. We wouldn't be here without him. Run on Grass, one of Georgia's awesome things that she does and she participates in. Basically, Run on Grass. I like to call it Game on Grass. I guess you have to get up and do something. Get up and do something on grass, basically, is what the whole deal is. Not just sitting around and being lazy on grass. And also, big thanks to Edson, Mayton, and Mats, who we gave props to earlier. WarrenEdson.com. Yeah, that's right. WarrenEdson.com. WarrenEdson.com. And also, big thanks to Mile High Wellness, basically those peeps who helped create this studio and this idea and everything that is sitting in front of you. Did we get everybody? Oh, we didn't get one last read. I gotta make sure that I got these guys in here. Big thanks to Rare Dankness. Big, huge thanks to Rare Dankness Seeds. Make sure you check them out at available vendors around the state of Colorado. Some of the most coveted and sought after. Did you see that? I tried to coveted and sought after genetics in Colorado.
It's still early.
They got
12-12.
12-12 in 12. Boom! He nailed it first time. The new guy gets the karma off the 12-12 in 12.
Whoops.
No, that's totally you. That's good for you.
I didn't know this. I knew it. Yeah.
We play in the
Welcome, guys.
home game, 12-12 in a 12. All right, strains like Face Wreck, Rare Dankness OG1, Tangerine Trainwreck Haze, and more. Make sure you check them out. 970-812-DANK. People there answer your phone. People there will answer the phone for you. 970-812-DANK. And if they don't, then you're going to get a hold of Scott. Chances of Scott actually answering the phone, though, are slim. Yeah. Not that Scott. That he would be.
Right,
that
then.
Scott would be like.
Did you see the?
He'd be like. The
bacon.
That'd be like the Rocky theme, huh? It would be like Scott would be running around Rocky theming it if it were that Scott. I would be too. Shoot, I'd change my name, Scott. It's all what it is. You can find them select seeds at Colorado medical marijuana centers like Southwest Alternative Care, SWAC, the Cherry Company, Pro Company, and Seapot. Very, very soon, exclusively buds to be found at the Cherry Company, Pro Company, and Teapot. I kid you not, some of the best buds around. Good times. The John Doe Radio Show. Also, huge thanks to our good friends who are sitting to the left, to the right, all around us here in this studio.
That slide.
Mamma packed studio that we got going on here. You guys got anything else to add?
Oh, geez. Sean, if you're listening, hope you're having a good time.
Sean, if you were listening, where's he listening from?
Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta. If you were listening,
Mexico.
what time would it be?
Isn't it like the same time?
Same
Let's
time.
see if it's noon for us. Yeah, it's the middle of the night for him.
No, I think it's about. He's like, yeah, he's in China.
Yeah.
Start digging and we'll get to it. No, big ups to you, Sean. Also, yeah, that's all I got.
He's in summer too. That must be nice.
And yes, shout out to everybody listening at the stores as well.
Take some shots of tequila for me.
Back at
my stress level shot.
Back at the grow house.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, they might be.
What up? What up to Nate Trimming?
Working.
Big ups to Nate Trimming.
Well,
hey,
if he is trimming.
Hey, do you guys have any? Never mind. I can't use the show for personal reasons.
Yeah. Since when?
I was just gonna hint.
We can't
if
either.
There were any cute tattooed ladies that never mind. Shut the up, Tim. You're
that trim,
idiot.
Actually, we do.
No, they're not necessarily trim. I'm just saying they're very knowledgeable.
Well, that means they work well with their hands.
Actually,
sure?
she's very knowledgeable too, but she's taken. No.
Word Edson is outside the office. This could be a sexual harassment situation.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we were talking about women.
Okay, he's gone. He's gone. Now we can get back to where we were going. Phil, if something like that ever comes up, just throw something at me, all right? Seriously, all right? I don't trust her because she may knock me out. You, on the other hand, you may miss me, and then I'd be like, all right, it's good to go. I kicked him out of the studio today, and I thought Phil was going to never come back again. I was like, oh, God, what did I just do? Did I just throw Phil out and him not... I didn't piss you off, did I, Phil?
No, I'm good.
It wasn't all on you.
Our feelings don't get hurt.
That's good. That's what I like about Phil. I'm going to learn from Phil, and I'm going to learn from Kim. I'm going to learn how to punch people in the face like Kim and learn how to chill out like Phil.
I don't know if I want to hang out with her.
I'm kidding. All right, big thanks to everybody. Make sure you check out also iCannabis Radio on tonight. Starts at 7 Mountain Time. iCannabisradio.com. I will be the voiceover announcer host / host, whatever. You need a shave to get a job. You do know that, right? I'm not saying shut up. If I want to go get a thing, I got to shave too.
It's like a prerequisite at the warehouse. You're not allowed to shave.
And you got to have a bald head.
Yeah, you got to be bald too. If you have hair, you're not allowed to go.
And some don't get to work in a warehouse. Some of us don't get to allowed to have blue cards.
No.
Hey, hey, I gotta go say hi to some good friends out there. Anyway,
So,
big, huge thanks. What did I miss here at the end? I was gonna say thank you to, and I forgot. Damn it.
Don't you hookers go jacking up your prices.
Oh yeah. Make sure you check out John Doe Radio Giveaway at gmail.com for your chance to win some token tops. And we'll give them away. And we haven't sent any out yet. We're going to send them out at the end of the month when we get money. Really, basically what it comes down to. When I can pay my rent, when I can pay my phone bill, and when I can pay everything else, we'll send you guys that stuff, and it'll be taken care of. No, I'm kidding. We'll get you guys that. Also, you can win a Silver Surfer Vaporizer. SilverSurferVaporizer. SilverSurferVAP.com is where you can go to check that out. So, John Doe Radio Giveaway at gmail.com. Email me, johndoeradiogiveaway at gmail.com. Only time we ever give it out. If I ever see it online, you will be... I will send the ninjas after you. They will find you. All right, it's only for you listeners of the John Doe Radio Show. All right, and enter in to the subject line exactly what you're trying to win, whether it's that token top, whether it's the Silver Surfer Vaporizer, or if it's something else that we're giving away, like Scott Green's dignity.
Wow, I don't know if anybody's going to want it, right?
Or my dignity.
Definitely won't want it.
I pretty much would sell myself at this point. Actually, Scott, we should just do that. We should have a bachelor's night and sell ourselves off.
On Colfax?
See how much we can gain. See if we can gain rent for that night. On Colfax.
On Colfax.
On Colfax nightly. All right.
Good place to avoid.
Big thanks to CPM. You guys rock.
Thank you.
And make sure you check them out in Louisville, 303-665-5596. Louisville, 303-665-5596 if you have questions. Or in Lakewood, 303-232-3620. Lakewood, 303-232-3620. Or you can check them out at the warehouse at...
Yeah.
Not.
I just tried...
SwampBilly
I just tried
at gmail.com.
I just tried to give Sean a heart attack, that's all, while he's sitting there, like, drinking a Mai Tai or something. He'd be like...
All of a sudden, your phone's ringing.
Yeah, he's like... Shut up! Have fun. Enjoyed it. Good times to you guys. Thank you guys. See you guys next Monday. This guy, is he coming back?
Probably not. He usually has Mondays off. We got him. We woke him up to come in today.
Yeah, no, it's before 3 o'clock.
So wait, so basically we're not... Shit, hold on, I screwed it up again. Every day I always screw up my damn shit. So he has Mondays off.
Correct.
So he'll be here maybe.
Possibly.
Maybe. He's got a kid. He's got a kid he takes care of and stuff. But
so
I'll be here. I'm going to try and make him.
I just figured you would donate your time to the show. Let me see my little dog.
I thought you guys said I was getting paid.
No.
And donuts.
No.
Oh yeah, we did the donuts. That's true.
So, but no, we're going to get Ishi back in here as well and see if we I don't know, maybe try and get another trimmer in to kind of, who's gone through see the perils and what they go through and
Lightning Hands Kai.
Yeah.
The Alaskan Thunder.
Lightning Hands. And then you need the
Tundra trimmer.
You need the Roxana in here.
Jeez, sweetie.
All right, big time thanks to
It's
everybody.
a walk and throw pillow.
No. That's my puppy. I've had her since I moved out. She's awesome. Anyway, all right, that's going to do it for today. Jeez. Crazy
Thanks again.
Randomness. Big thanks to you guys. And, we'll see you again next Monday.
Great.
And,
now my email's going to blow up. Thanks.
Big thanks to everybody who makes the John Doe Radio Show possible. Cannot thank you enough. All our sponsors out there, you guys are what makes it happen. Please, 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 everybody out there, support our sponsors. Otherwise, they see no reason to support us. Okay? Side-eyed. I am John Doe until we meet again tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Friday? Tuesday, dude. Oh, it's already on Tuesday. Yeah. Everybody's screaming at me. It's Tuesday, dude. What month is it? Yeah. No, I was kidding. Glass Tuesday tomorrow. All right. One of the funnest days we got on John Doe Radio. All right. It's Glass Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, obviously, we got CD Wednesday. We'll see who we can get in here on CD Wednesday. Maybe 2 will come back in. Maybe we'll have Adam Dunn and also our good friend Scott from Rare Dankness. Thursdays, Business Thursdays with Chloe Villano. And on Fridays, William Breeze with Steve Elliott. Right? So, all right. Have yourselves a fantastic evening. If you missed us, JohnDoeRadio.com for anything. You can catch us on iTunes. Just search John Doe Radio. And, that's going to